Already the young sport of e-biking has been split into many different categories, from the weekend trail warriors to riders using them as personal uplifts at the local bike park, not to mention adventure riders, free riders, cross-country riders and many more. Which one do you fall into? Adventure rider. The aim of the game is to go where no bike has ever been before, probably in the worst conditions known to man, hard riding, probably the odd bit of carrying, difficult route finding, bogs, lack of defined trails, varied surfaces, always sheep, always next horizon, and usually massive days out. You're going to be out for hours, if not days on end, so being prepared for every eventuality along the way is definitely key here. A backpack that's full of spares and of course a spare battery. For you want open face helmet, glasses, some thermal headwear, big thick finger gloves if you're riding in winter, and don't forget they've got to be e-swipe compatible to make sure you don't lose your way when you're finding your route, or your Garmin or your smartphone. And of course waterproof gear that can cover you from head to toe as well as your feet. And the bike you're likely to use for adventure riding is going to be a 29-inch wheeled 150-160mm travel bike, and the bigger the battery the further you're going to go. Freeride Park Rat. Apart from drinking Coke and eating crisps, airtime and sending big man-made features and jumps are the name of the game here, as well as cramming in as many laps as your watt hours will allow you to. Kit-wise, it's all about the casual look here. Shorts and t-shirts, even hoodies are fine, as are open-face helmets, because you're so confident in your own abilities, you're never going to crash, and you're only chilling anyway. And race kit, pro look is definitely out the window. This is keeping it real. And the bike that you use for Freeride, well, it's a type of setup that wouldn't work anywhere aside from the groomed bike park surfaces. Travel-wise, bigger the better. And the suspension settings, well, you want them hard, but a slow rebound. Wheel size, 27.5. Seat angle, you want it stuck up in the air so you can grab it. And that front brake, well, you want it through the steerer so you can do bar spins. Downhill racer. The aim of the game of downhill is to ride the gnarliest and steepest terrain at high speed over and over again, all with the aim of getting that perfect run. So the kit you're going to wear for these downhill sessions, well, most of us are going to wear a full face helmet, mirrored goggles, probably a long sleeve top, and of course trousers and some form of pads. You might wear gloves, you might not. You're a free spirit, so no one's going to tell you what to do. And the bike you're going to ride for this downhill shenanigans is going to be something long travel, 180mm, maybe 200mm, dual crown fork, or it could be a long travel single crown fork. Probably 27.5 wheels front and rear, although you might have a mullet. Enduro racer. Enduro is all about racing huge loops of mixed terrain with timed downhill stages, with a time to reach the next stage to start your next timed run. You also have the EWS Mighty Power stages, which are timed uphill stages that really exploit the e-bike's power. Enduro is a mixture of trail, downhill and cross-country all into one pot, so it's a mixed bag of the kit that you wear. Full face helmets are usually mandatory, but a lot of riders use lighter weight offerings. Hydration packs and protection are high on the list too, as is technical clothing that will be comfy to ride in all day long and be good for riding up and down hills. And of course, spare batteries are often carried, so you're going to need a good rucksack. Bikes for enduro racing, well, they tend to be 160 to 180mm travel with 29-inch wheels. Most of them will have a single crown fork. Trail rider. The aim of the game here is to get out there riding a mix of things, from tackling downhill tracks mixed in with some technical climbing and of course some epic views. And of course those cafe stops. Can be at a dedicated trail centre or on a local loop crunching a few miles. Now the kit that you wear for trail riding depends really on where you live and the type of climate that you ride in. Think waterproof suits for winter and wet rides, and nice breathable kit for those summer rides. Protecting your head, open face helmet, eyewear is obviously essential, as is a big pack on your backpack to carry all those spares. And the bike you want to ride, well, it's going to be 150 to 160. Anything over that, you could be getting risk calling bro at your local Freeride spot. Cross-country racer. The aim of the game of the cross-country racer is all about trying to beat all of your own personal bests and be the fastest guys on two wheels up and down the local trails, often with a crazy high heart rate, going as fast as you can, literally everywhere. And the kit you wear for that cross-country look, well, it's all about being as light and as aero as possible. You're going to be wearing Lycra, might not even have a peak on your helmet. You're kind of going for that look of a lost roadie, and it's all about being as minimal as possible. Any food, you're not going to carry that in a backpack. You want to carry that in the back of your jersey, and the same goes for a bottle of water. And the bike, well, that's as light as possible too. 29-inch wheels for sure. Anything over 120 mil, travel is definitely overkill, or even better, a nice hardtail. E-bike cruiser or e-bike commuter. The idea of these rides is to get to either a place of work with minimal effort and do great things for yourself and the planet, or simply the person that uses an e-bike to ride the local lanes and hills just for a bit of fitness and seeing the sights. Basically just enjoying the great outdoors. Now the aim in the game of commuting is to be safe and be seen, so you're probably going to be wanting to wear some pretty bright clothing, probably going to have front and rear lights on your bike to be seen on the road, and on your handlebars, well, you can have pretty much every accessory known to man. Front light, a GoPro, and probably a phone telling you where you're going to be going for your commute. And also don't forget a big lock and probably a big saddle and that GoPro for recording the action. So the bike that's great for commuting or cruising around on is going to be the hardtail with a short travel fork, a big comfy saddle. It could be a mid-drive motor or maybe a rear hub drive. So it doesn't matter what category of e-bike rider you fall into, as long as you've got a big smile on your face. That's all what really matters. But let us know in the comments box down below about what type of e-biker you are. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to us here on EMBN and give us a find and a follow on your favourite social media too.